Hi, Barbara Vay here, and I'm with Carolyn Brown, who's from Texas, which you'll know in a minute as soon as she starts talking. But this writer has some great news. She writes sexy, hot cowboys, and you just got some great news, didn't you?
Yes, ma'am. I just got news that I was New York Times bestseller in the ebook list and USA Today on paper.
Woohoo! If I had some champagne, I'd be popping the cork right now. But it's interesting the way you heard about this, isn't it?
Yes, my husband and I were on a trip to Pennsylvania. We were on our way home, and we were in a Nashville hotel. He had just driven through like 3 hours of the most hellacious rain you have ever seen. It was horrible. So he's asleep, and I don't want to wake him up. So the telephone rings. I think it's one of my kids. Grab the phone, run to the bathroom, slam the door, put the potty lid down, and sit down on the potty, and I hear I made the New York Times bestseller list. Bet you I'm the only author in the world that ever heard that sitting on the potty in a Nashville hotel.
Well, you know what? It's one of those things you'll never forget.
Right.
And it's a story to tell everybody, right?
And the squeal was real good in all that little tiny room.
They have great acoustics in bathrooms.
Oh, yeah.
That is exciting news. But you also are no newbie to publishing.
No.
You've written quite a few books, haven't you?
Yes, ma'am.
How many have you written?
I have sold 63. This one is my 50th published book.
That is so exciting. You have to be so proud. And now, you write westerns. You write these sexy, hot cowboys. You know, our industry right now, the shelves are just flooded with paranormal books. Why do you think this trend is shifting toward cowboys?
I think that people love the paranormal. I think that they buy the paranormal. But I think there comes a time when I'm tired of reading paranormal. Give me something totally, totally different. And then they look over here and they see a cover with this bare, beautiful, ripped chest. And they think, man, now I want to read about that fella. And I think it's the pendulum swinging to the other side. And then you have the folks who read cowboy. Maybe they get tired of that, so they go get one of these paranormal. But I think it's just
change of pace, right?
Change of pace for the readers. I think they like that. And I have cowboy readers that are just diehard cowboy readers too.
Do you think is that like a cultural thing or an area thing? Like, do you get that a lot of Texas, or do you get hear from people all over the world?
All over the world.
Really?
Everywhere. And BookScan shows me that my cowboys sell as well in New York City as they do in Houston, Texas.
Really? New York City,
New
right?
York City, darling.
That has to be exciting for you.
It is. It's very exciting.
Well, and you know what? Say the name of your book, because I think it's just a stitch.
Love Drunk Cowboy.
I think that's a great title. I think that's a great title. And how does your husband feel about all these covers with these hot guys and all their ads?
Oh, that's a source book signing. And my husband brings me a cowboy, a real cowboy.
He found one in the lobby?
Yes.
Oh dear.
He said, "This is the cowboy you need." And it turned out he is a model for cowboys. So
really? So you found a cowboy model, your husband did, in the lobby?
Yes.
And are they going to use them?
I have no idea. I'll just have to tell Deb he's available.
Oh, so she doesn't know. Your publisher doesn't know yet, but
no,
just in case.
But that's how my husband feels about it.
So he kind of travels around scouting out cover models for your.
Oh, he takes me everywhere. We scout out all my locations together.
Oh, well, that's nice. That's nice. So does he get real involved in your book? Does he help give you ideas for your book?
No, we can't afford a divorce.
So does he help edit, or do you wait till you're all done with the book and then you let him read them?
That's right, when I'm finished.
And then what kind of feedback does he give you?
Sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not so good.
But do you hear him chuckling or?
Oh yeah. He's my husband's a 36-year-old veteran English teacher.
Wow.
So he's not about to touch my stuff. He would just make it all too proper.
Well, you know, and people don't always talk exactly the way English teachers teach.
Right. Absolutely. Right.
and do you think your accent comes through on these books?
Very much so. Very much so. People say that I write just like I talk.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Well, I'll tell you something. When I read your book, I'm going to hear that voice in my head.
You are going to hear my voice. Trust me.
That's delightful. More reasons to catch these great westerns. So thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
And we'll see you soon.
Thank you.